Let's talk about thyroid function and carnivore diet. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Sylvia. I'm a big city mom and a carnivore coach. Carnivore diet and low carbohydrate diets in general are blamed for lower thyroid function. Now, this has been debunked. There have been a few studies conducted to demonstrate that this actually isn't true. But if you talk to people, they'll tell you that if you go very low carb, it will actually give you hypothyroidism. So what is the story? Like with anything in life, the story of thyroid function and very low carbohydrate diet is a lot more complicated than this. So let's talk about some thyroid basics. Thyroid is a gland located right around here. It is said that it is in the shape of a butterfly, and it produces a few different hormones that regulate metabolism, body temperature, synthesis of proteins, lipids, glucose consumption, to just name a few. And did you know that thyroid hormone is the first one to develop in the growing fetus? It not only helps with the growth of the brain, but controls the growth of all other tissues. Thyroid hormone molecules are made out of iodine and amino acid tyrosine. There are thyroid hormone receptors on every cell membrane, in every mitochondria, in every cell nucleus. So it is the reason why the thyroid gland is called the master gland. Since thyroid hormones participate in all cellular processes, just about every physiological function can get impaired if the function of thyroid is impaired. And symptoms can range from acid reflux, sleep apnea, arrhythmia and insomnia, depression, anxiety, low steroid hormones, gastrointestinal problems, joint pain, chest tightness, anemia, menstrual disorders, atherosclerosis, hair loss, fatigue, weight loss or weight gain, and the list goes on. Right, so the most important part of this video is what can you do to influence the health of your thyroid? Well, we know that what you control is nutrition, is intestinal function, and stress. And all these three you can influence and control to a degree. So let's start with nutrition. When it comes to thyroid health and nutrition, iodine comes to mind first. So you make sure that your diet is rich in iodine. The natural sources are the best. So if you can find iodine in organ meats, that would be the best. Supplementation could be next, but if you can avoid it, you're probably better off avoiding supplementation. And also you need to have adequate protein intake, because thyroid will need the amino acid tyrosine to make the thyroid hormones. Now, my favorite topic, intestinal health and the leaky gut. The leaky gut that makes to every of my videos somehow. So what happens is you have a thyroid receptors, there's so many of them in your intestines as well. And so a dysfunctional gut microbiome and the leaky gut will cause inflammation, and that very inflammation can affect the functioning of your thyroid. So to have low inflammation in your body, and you can control that by eating a correct diet. In my opinion, carnivore diet is the best at addressing intestinal inflammation and sealing of the leaky gut. And when it comes to the leaky gut, the best of the best versions of the carnivore diet is the paleo-ketogenic diet. Now, last one is stress. Let's be realistic. You cannot avoid stress in today's world. However, you should have developed some strategies that will allow you to counteract it and take it out of your body. My favorite way of addressing stress is acupuncture. But if I don't get a chance to go to my acupuncturist, my next strategy is to do some breathing techniques to eliminate stress. All right, so you took a plunge into the carnivore diet. You're on the carnivore diet for a few months, maybe 6 months. You are doing great, and you are going for routine checkups, and your doctor runs some blood work on you, and it turns out that you have a low thyroid hormone. But that does not equal that you have hypothyroidism. When you are on the carnivore diet or very low carbohydrate diet, what happens is T3 hormone, which is produced by thyroid, participates in cellular glucose consumption. Now, if you are on the carnivore diet, you don't consume any carbohydrates, especially if you are on the version of the carnivore diet, which is paleoketogenic diet, and you are in continuous ketosis. So your body utilizes ketones for energy versus glucose. In fact, your body just produces very tiny amounts of glucose needed for your brain. And so there's not that much need for T3 in your body because you don't need to consume that much glucose. So this does not equal hypothyroidism. That just means your body produces a less T3 hormone because it doesn't need that much. However, the story doesn't end there. So you need to find a really good professional endocrinologist that will understand the intricate works between many different hormones and how thyroid and thyroid hormones interplay with all other functions in your body. Because just looking at a simple test showing low thyroid hormone does not equal impaired thyroid function. So is there a way you can tell yourself that you have impaired thyroid function? Unfortunately, it is quite difficult because many of the symptoms are similar to any other problems that you may have, but some of the things that are very specific to low thyroid function are sensitivity to cold. So even if you have a little bit of draft of cold air, it just gives you chills. Hair loss, but particularly here in the eyebrows, this part. If you have constipation that is idiopathic, and if you sleep 12 hours and you wake up and you are still tired, these are the best telltale signs that your thyroid isn't functioning correctly. Now, that said, if you suspect that you have thyroid problems, I wouldn't self-medicate myself or try to treat it by myself. Definitely don't jump into supplementing with iodine and large amounts of it, because it may be appropriate in some cases, but not in most. Whether you like it or not, you should go to an allopathic doctor, maybe get first and second and third opinion, but get the good quality testing and a holistic picture of what is really going on with your thyroid and how it interplays with other parts and aspects of functioning of your body. And we must talk about 1986. This is the year when the Chernobyl disaster happened. And so if you were born in the continental Europe a few years prior or around 1986, you were affected. So many people suffer so many chronic diseases because of the Chernobyl radioactive pollution. It has been estimated that about 6 million people died as a result of problems that derive from the radiation impact on their thyroid. So we are talking about all kinds of thyroid autoimmune diseases such as Graves, Basedow's, Hashimoto's, goiters, and thyroid cancers. And I was at that time 7 years old. It was in southern Poland, in Krakow. And I remember my class, we all went together to the local clinic and we were given this Lugol solution. I still remember this shot glass with this amber red thick solution that we had to chug down. It was bitter and burning. But the adults and teenagers, I think, weren't given this solution, and it was just not enough supply. So a lot of people in continental Europe forgot about it, but they continue to suffer consequences of the radioactive pollution. Never forget 1986. If you have any sort of thyroid problems, 1986, Chernobyl is most likely the culprit. All right, so if there's only one thing that you will remember from this video, it is that just because you have low T3 levels does not equal hypothyroidism, especially if you are on the carnivore diet or very low carbohydrate diet. More testing and more insight is needed. However, don't try to self-medicate yourself. You probably won't be successful, and more than likely you may cause more damage than help yourself. Now, I know we don't like the conventional doctors all that much, but in this case, you just might have to bite the bullet and get the opinion and testing from the allopathic doctor. That said, always take care of your diet. Carnivore diet is the best of addressing inflammation of your body, inflammation of your intestines, and this is something you can control, and you can control your nutrition as well as your stress levels. All right, this will do it for this week's video. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you like to be coached by me, there is a link in the description box. Click on it and we can chat about how to structure your carnivore diet or how to overcome some challenges with carnivore diet. In the meantime, bye.